Yo, yo, what's good? It's your boy Black. You know what we doing? We trying to find out if Keke love my mans. Because he having a hard time on Twitter right now. But we're going to have a real good conversation. Come in, hit the like button as you come in. I got the guys with me. Let's see, I got a lot of gentlemen with me today. Let's see, I got 500. What's good, 500? Hit that,
What's up with it?
what's up with Big
y'all, man?
What's up with Big Cat Crush 19?
What's good with Brody? What's happening with y'all, man?
And we got Robbie the Rockets. And we got the formerly known as, but now known as again, Country Cuz. And speaking of the country, my Alabama brother like no other, Mr. Sir from 2020 Podcast LLC. Please say the LLC.
LLC.
And we got 764 pulling up. You know, who know where the 764 at? But let's jump right into it, though. We about to jump right into it because y'all seen the thumbnail. And everybody know what's been going on with this whole situation with Keke Palmer and her man's Darius, her boyfriend, her baby daddy, as they calling them, Darius. Baby daddy Darius. So just off top, man, who want to just tell me what their initial thoughts is about what's going on and just, lace us up with, is he wrong for what he doing? Because I'm hearing a lot of stuff that these women are saying, and I want to address it tonight. That's why I got a man's roundtable tonight.
What you think about saying she going through postpartum?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all of that because that's one of the reasons. Let's see, what'd you say, Country Cuz?
I'll be the first to say I don't care about none of that shit.
You don't care about none of that?
That's their business. Like that's their business, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
You don't care. So would you let your woman go out with a dress on like that, hugging up with Usher Raymond?
I ain't gonna stunt. I ain't even seen it. But that's Usher. That's Usher, my nigga. Like shit. Niggas, like how you gonna hold your girl back and be like you can't do nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's their business.
Okay.
What
Big
they
Cat.
eat don't make me shit.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Big Cat, Crush 19.
What's good, Brody? What's good? Oh man, I think it needs to be boundaries in any relationship, though. But I'm hearing a lot of flashback talking about, oh well, she told I'm married and I'm single till I'm married. So if a guy tell you that, then it's cool. Is that what we talking about right now? Because men can put a whole lot of stipulations on all this shit that's going on that these women trying to do and what they talking about. And first they wanted to be equal. Now they want to put their foot on your neck and try to hold you back. You know what I'm saying? Because people done gave them the impression that they are more empowered than men. All you got to do is have a baby and you really set for life. They take care of you like no other, but they try to run men out the house from taking care of their kids.
Funny you say
And
that.
these women is letting them do it.
Hey, that's real shit.
Funny you say that, Brody. Now, I'm not all the way deep in the astrology and all that other stuff, but I was talking to a few different women. I was talking to a few different women about what was going on because I wanted to get the perspective of the women too, because I know I have a general idea of how men feel about it, but she was like, this person that I was talking to was like, oh, she's a Virgo. We're savages. She might have just used him to have a baby. What do y'all think about that?
What you mean for the bag?
For the baby, she wanted the baby, push him out the picture. Now she get her little black card, like the
I'm
baby
saying,
mama card.
is you saying she having a baby for the bag?
I'm saying she having a baby so she can get that black single
entrapment
mother card. So she can say, I'm a single mom and I'm empowered and I can be this boss woman and I can have a family. And if the man is optional. So it's to complete her cycle, so to speak. She's 29 years old. Right around the time she feeling like, okay, I'm about to turn 30. Let me have a kid. She got to do all she wants to do in what they call the proverbial whole phase, whore phase. So she get to the 28, 29. Now she had her kid before 30. The man is optional. So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I heard, that could be an option.
I won't disagree. I can't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit.
You see it happen all the time.
Yeah, for every scenario, you know what I'm saying, you got a woman that's there right in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Clarissa, thank you for hacking in. She says that single till I'm married is ludicrous because you have to behave while you're single. It can
get
impact
married
whether or not you become married. So you need to move accordingly. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I don't understand
That's
about
a good woman right there. Hey, like for somebody to see that shit, you know what I'm saying, and just be like, okay, I'm on that shit. I'm on a good path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of these women will sit there and say, well, I won't be submissive until I get something. And just like the other day, the fellas, we was doing this reaction. Imagine if a man said, I'll give you my love when you earn it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I think I said that shit last night. Cause I was like, shit, a nigga use like the word love to get some pussy, but females use pussy to get love. You know what I'm saying? It's like opposites.
Yeah. So this is why I see her acting somewhat indifferent. Like she don't care one way or the other. Like this dude made a mistake. He made the mistake, because I won't say he made a mistake. He made the mistake of jumping on what they call Beyonce's internet and saying something about the sisterhood.
Beehive.
And then they jumped all on him, and he made the mistake of going out there saying what he said. Sir, I'm always inquisitive about what you think about all this.
Man,
what do you think about bruh in his move? Was it we obviously it wasn't a good move, but what's your thoughts on it, man?
Man, me and my girl was having this conversation when we first saw it. First things first, he jumped on the internet. That's a no-go. You ain't even gonna win that, first of all. One, because you're not as popular as Keke anyway. Second of all, majority of the people who are going to see this are going to react to it are going to come from a standpoint of putting themselves as the mom. So now you're going against all women, all moms. So you ain't even going to win that argument. My second thought was this: what would put him in the position to make this statement? Like, what was the precursor to this? And when I got to thinking, you know what I'm saying, everybody talking about insecurities, that and that and that. Nah, typically when a guy in particular, 68.2 at a time, when a guy goes on statement and goes on Facebook and makes a general statement like that, he's trying to prove a point so he doesn't feel gaslit. And I think y'all know what I'm talking about.
What was the statement he made?
So anybody got the tweet?
I don't have it ready available, but this is what he said. So Keke Palmer, I thought everybody been seen this by now, but obviously not. Keke Palmer went to an Usher concert in Vegas, and Usher goes around and he serenades women. And Keke Palmer was there, and she had this dress on where her behind was out, like
ass was out. It's entertainment.
All right, and so her dude tweeted, he was like, "It's the dress for me though. You're a mom.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, you're a mom. It's the dress for me though. You're a mom."
That nigga, well, cuz was in his feelings. That nigga's
okay.
That nigga was in his feelings.
Okay, because that's what a lot of women is saying, that he's in his feelings, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
she's an entertainer, bro.
She's an entertainer, right? So you
Right.
don't mind, you wouldn't mind if your woman was.
If I fuck with Holly Berry, I couldn't be mad if she's out there entertaining motherfuckers.
Okay, so let's take the let's take the entertainment value off.
It's
of
what
it.
you chose.
Right. Okay. For him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
for
what
him.
you chose, bro.
Now, your woman's not a celebrity. Would you let
Nah,
your
nah,
woman
she's
Look,
go
not a
out?
but she
celebrity and
wasn't
we
doing
ain't
that
on
at the
that
beginning.
shit. Hey, we ain't on that time, then yeah, it's something different. But
But
Yeah.
she wasn't
she's
doing
an
it at.
entertainer,
She
cuz.
wasn't doing it in the beginning. But she wasn't doing it in the beginning. She was real conservative,
Right. So
and this
That's
just happened.
wobbler. Nigga, like niggas be saying like that shit like
here you go. So let's take a look. Let's take a look of the timeline of what's going on.
huh?
Let's take a look of a timeline of what's going on here with them. Keke Palmer's boyfriend tried to publicly embarrass her and ended up embarrassing himself.
But ain't she like a big Christian girl too?
Okay, let's hold on to that. This is what they're saying
Yeah,
about it.
I thought so.
Yeah, toxic masculinity.
Nigga, yeah, I thought so.
His choice to shame her on social media over her outfit at the time. She's embracing her postpartum body. Let me see. What did it say? I can't see on the bottom part because it's.
He just saying
I
she
said
embraced
reeks
her.
of toxic masculinity. Yeah. Right.
I mean,
So
but like if she got on a little skimpy dress, so the fuck what? She's a fucking entertainer. That's how I look at it. Like was Usher just groping her, like grabbing on that motherfucker, like you know what I'm saying, on some
he had her
disrespectful
wrapped
shit?
up.
She was shaking, twerking, and everything on stage.
Look,
Y'all
here we
ain't see
go.
But
the
was
whole
that
Here we
nigga
video.
go.
grabbing her
Here we go.
ass
Here we
though?
go.
Was he
Here we
grabbing
go.
her ass?
He had his arm around her waist. Of course, he can't grab her. But
I'm
look.
just saying. I'm just
So
saying.
here we go. So for context, the serenade. He was serenading her. She's 29. Recently went to Usher residency in Las Vegas with her girls and wore a black sheer. What that say? See, yeah. Hey, read that because the way this StreamYard is messed up, I can't see it.
I
For
ain't gonna say
context, Palmer, 29, recently
my
went to
vision is
Usher's
bad.
residency in Las Vegas with her girls and wore a black sheer Givenchy dress. All right. It's important to note that the mom of one has been glowing in a way since giving birth to her son, Leotis, in February. You know.
So that's what we was talking about, the postpartum. So let's get with the postpartum. Postpartum is something that it messes with the woman's psyche because her body's going through so many changes.
Is it like depression? Would you say it's like depression?
That's what I thought it was, like depression, right?
It
I didn't
is,
know it
but
was.
it's a different type of depression.
So did she look depressed there?
It's
What's the
called
postpartum?
it's called
Hey,
postpartum depression.
I ain't gonna put nothing on nobody that I don't have no type of feelings for. So I can't say. Like nigga, we ain't gonna never experience what a woman feel after she have a child. So we can't even speak on that shit, my nigga.
Well,
I want to clarify real quick, Black, before we get crucified real quick.
I just want to put that out there.
No.
What about
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. You ain't even got to backtrack. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. But postpartum, because it's the terminology is real specific. Postpartum just means after having a baby, right? Now, postpartum depression is the side effect of having a child and going through the process of being depressed. So I want to make it absolutely clear that postpartum and postpartum depression are two different things.
Yeah.
Before anybody come for y'all and not listen, because you know how 68.2 people are. They hear you get a term wrong, they dismiss anything you say after that. So I just want to make that clear.
So let's keep that in the context. So you're saying that we don't go through with what women go through and we can't tell them what to do with their body, right? That's what you're saying, right?
To an extent. I mean,
To
like,
an
yeah,
extent.
I ain't gonna stunt.
So
Yeah.
let's take Keke Palmer off the table, and it's your girl, and your girl want to go out and she wearing something that you thinking is a little bit too revealing. How do you handle that as a man?
I'm gonna tell her before we walk out the house.
No, I'm not. It ain't no we. She going out by herself.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no we in this.
If she going out by herself, I'm gonna tell her when she get home.
Okay. And
No,
I agree with you on that. He should have did that. But what about the people that say? What about the people that say he should have said something before she came out?
the other people, I don't give a fuck about. That's why I said about their situation. I don't give a fuck about because nigga, like, it's your shit. It's your shit.
Yeah. So I'm
Why
talking
you care
about
why you care
shit.
about what somebody else say?
Okay, right. So in your shit, you gonna let your girl go out dressed scantily.
Like I just said, bro, I tell her before we leave out the house.
Okay, and if
And
she
what
said,
if she don't change?
And then I ain't gonna stunt. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm secure in my shit. Like, you could dress sexy. Like, know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I want my girl to look good? Good.
So the only way dressing sexy is to have your ass out.
Nah, I ain't talking about like that, good.
no, but
That's what we
that's how
talking
she
about
out
though.
there though.
I didn't
That's what we
see the
talking
That's how
about.
she out there though.
Hey, y'all gotta let me see what she looked like when she was out there, cause I didn't see the shit. But
She
like,
got on a sheer dress.
Somebody got
She
a
got on a
picture.
She
sheer
got on
dress with a
sheer
snap
dress
under
with
motherfucking
with
bodysuit.
a garment under it, with like garment with her cheeks out.
We'll find it. We'll find it. So
I looked that shit up, man, and
I'm about to show it because there might be some people that didn't see it. But here we go.
I really didn't, bro. I really didn't.
He thought Twitter was a great outlet to vent his displeasure. Social media thought commentators thought Jackson was looking foolly around as Palmer was being jokingly made she's a mother in her recent interviews.
And how old she is?
29.
Oh shit, she's still in her 20s. Let that woman live, cuz.
Bill, his father apparently wasn't playing though. Now this was interesting. We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others.
Booty cheeks.
And he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case.
Okay, so what do you think about that, bro? Because
I ain't see the picture of her. That's what I'm waiting on. I want to see the booty cheeks, cuz.
Okay, hold on. So hold on.
I need to see that to get context. You know what I'm saying? Because I really haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Rocket. What you think, Rocket? I'm with yourself.
She not going out the house. She my wife, for one. And no booty cheeks when I got kids together.
How can you stop
What if she your girlfriend?
Okay, she my girlfriend. That bitch ain't my bitch, so that nigga can have her.
That's your girlfriend. For how long they been together?
That's right, Rocket.
Like 2 years.
My mentality, I'm gonna say this. This fair to say. If that was just it happened to me, shit happened to me before. So you know what I'm saying? So I look at it like this. If she chose, she chose. If she want to go out and let that nigga choose and be in that nigga face, that ain't my bride. She not gonna be living. I keep going back to she's not gonna. That's why that man. Okay, it can be the small ass little person, right? And the bride is the big woman. She go out and that's my style. That's my way. That's how I go. Okay, but me and you together, I don't want I'm trying to protect you. I don't want the predators, like they say. I'm now protected. Like Sam say, now I'm protected. So now I don't want nobody touching you. Oh, motherfucker, you tripping. Okay, you go out. If she chose, she chose. I can't do nothing about that. I'm going to keep it moving. But the next time she see me, I'm going to stun on one that's better than her. Now, bet that. That's what I got to say about that. Now, Keke, the Keke bride, the Keke girl, she got other issues that we don't know nothing about. And that's fair to us. But at the same time, They don't give her the right to go out there in the public, knowing that the publicist is showing and doing this and doing that. That, you know what I'm saying? It's for her to do, even though it's a look and
Okay,
a gimmick. But you got a man at home. How do he feel when he got Usher in his face? I can't compete with Usher. You can't
here
either.
we go. Here we go. So this
It
is
ain't no competition.
None of
you
y'all
Why
see?
not?
Can you see?
Why
Can you
not?
see?
I
Hold
Hey,
mean,
on.
we can.
hey,
Hold on.
We
but look,
can.
hey,
We didn't
hey,
Why
we
not?
got Coco.
Hey, hold on.
We
Hold
got
on.
Coco. We didn't take Ice Cube, little bitch.
Hold on.
hey, we ain't never seen Beyonce like that.
Wait a minute. At a concert, she's performing.
We ain't never seen Beyonce like that.
At a concert performing.
But you
I'm
always
just
see her
saying,
like
though,
that.
bro.
And you always see her like that.
You
I'm just
always see
saying.
her like that.
Hey, that
You
nigga
don't
tripping,
see her
bro.
like that at all.
That nigga tripping.
All right,
You
so
don't see her
here.
like that at all. But he
You
probably
don't.
did keep it in the house.
You don't. But like shit, how you gonna be mad? She trying to boss her shit up. You know what I'm saying?
But listen,
This is why. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
This is the reason why. Because first of all, women are always quick to tell men they should express their feelings. Now, just because you don't think that it's an issue, he saw that it was an issue. And he's not the only one that would have an issue with a woman if she's famous or not parading herself like that, especially when she's a newly mom. So with that being said, how do you deal with the whole element of, hey, I'm supposed to be the leader. This is the boundary that I'm setting, and you're telling me that my boundaries don't matter. I'm not gonna. You're not leading. So
you just gonna have to have a conversation with your woman.
Do we go back on respect?
It's all about respect.
I mean, if that's the way you feel as a man, then yeah, you just gonna have to have a conversation with your woman and just tell her like, hey, that shit was some bullshit.
Look, country cuz. So you and your girl been talking for 2 years. Y'all just had a baby. You let her go outside like that 6 months later? Your baby 6 months, she going outside like that while you and the baby at the house?
If she an entertainer, if she's like,
and she ain't never been like that since y'all been talking and before
if she
you
an
and all that.
are we talking about a regular person or an entertainer?
We talking
she
about
wasn't going
both.
out. She wasn't going. Let's put it like this.
She wasn't going to entertain
nobody.
She wasn't going to go make no money.
To entertain nobody. She wasn't going to work. She wasn't going to work.
Bro.
She wasn't going to entertain nobody.
Then what?
No, it's this reality. The facts is the facts. The only thing I got smoke with him is about is that he put it out on the internet. He should have handled it in his house. But yet and still, right is right. You ain't finna be if you're not going to work. No, you're not finna be walking around here with your ass like that. She ain't entertained. She wasn't going
She
to
was
do
sitting
no
in the
concert,
crowd,
bro.
Man,
she was sitting in the crowd.
What y'all just showed me right now?
He pulled her on stage. That's what Usher do. He pulled females on stage, and just so happened he pulled her. The next night he pulled Sweetie, and it was a total different outcome.
And it was a total different outcome. And she stood there and she sung, and he never touched her. And then also he tried to do Kyle Kuzma girl who jumped in Kyle Kuzma lap. We're gonna play that, but let me read these comments and catch up. Miss Nikki from the O, she says, being a single mom is not a flex, but she may have actually decided to use him as a donor. He roasted himself instead of keeping it in-house. Some folks said they did it just to get the internet talking. Could be true too, because this is the hottest that she's been since
entertainers, bro.
Keke got her good advice from Steve Harvey. Oh, great. That tells it all. And sometimes it's depression, sometimes it's psychosis. Well, she on her psychosis tip right now because if my woman thinks she's gonna be able to do all that, he should have handled it like a man and didn't say nothing and just moved on action. But this is what happened when these women tell these men, hey, express your feelings, show your emotional side, have emotional intelligence. Then he didn't
get mad when you
didn't even tweet nothing hella bad. Now let's assume that men we don't know how to be as emotional as women are. So at least give the man some room for error. Y'all didn't give him no margin of error. They flamed him. They started calling him all kind of names, telling him that he wasn't worth nothing, that she should leave him, and to the fullest. So where do men have a margin for error, even if they were trying to understand women, process emotion first before logic, what they shouldn't do? Because when you do, this type of shit happens. So that's why you should have been a man, stood on your principle, and then gone about your business and let Akila in the be. Let her be. Because she wants to be a single mom, let her go be a single mom. If she think that's a flex, let that be a flex. Because what we know is that's not a flex. Because as men, we shouldn't have a problem with women showing their ass because we like ass. But
shout out to the single moms.
To too much of anything is not good. And what we're seeing now is too much. It's too much. So Miss Nikki, what you say? Shout out to the single moms. Miss Nikki says none of us know if he addressed it before she left. Since they lived together, he shouldn't have said anything on the net. But see, what happened is if he said something and she went out anyway, that might be his only position of power that he had.
And that's what I think it was, his outlet. That was his outlet because she wasn't respecting his principles and what he was standing on. So, okay, well, I'm just going to let everybody know he will whoop then. And how I feel. Go ahead.
Do they don't live in Vegas, do they?
I don't know where they.
I'm not sure, but he was left at home to watch the kid, right? Presumably.
Yeah. So she was gone on her girls' trip, on her weekends girls' trip. It get back to my question that I had. Are you being you when you go on vacation? Is that the real you? Or are you putting on a front when you at home? Which one is it?
She
yeah. Now that's what you could.
She gonna be around everything. So if she don't, it's all about respect. Go back to the word respect. Like if I got a baby by you, you know, I know you be trying to limelight, but I mean, he put her in that position. So anything can happen if you like my boy just said. Rewind. If you could be seen, you could be touched. She was seen, so in my mind frame, she could be touched.
In 3D.
And leave that alone. I'm gonna leave everything else alone.
So so Miss Clarissa said if he did say something while she was at home and she still wore it, what did he think he was going to accomplish by bringing it to the internet? Now you just let the whole world know she don't respect you. So that's using logic, right? So back to where I was saying, back to what I was saying about women telling men how to process emotion. They want them to process emotion first and then logic like they do. And so then when the man don't think it through logically and he goes off his feelings and then he tweets something and he even tried to use some level of logic because he wasn't disrespectful with what he said. It's the mere fact that he says anything at all. That's what he got in trouble for. And so now everybody called him all kind of Pookies and Ray Rays and all that. And he was good enough to have a baby by her. She was good enough to have a baby by him, but now he ain't worth nothing. She making all kinds of t-shirts and songs about them.
Hey, I understand that view right there, bro. But at the same time, like, you know what you signed up for.
But let me say this. If he don't say nothing, he win.
Yeah,
he said something.
No, he said something. He's standing on it, and I'll be the same nigga.
He said something.
You gotta stand on what you got. No matter what you win, lose, draw. You stand on what you stand on, regardless of what. And I guarantee the next time it ain't gonna end that way.
He ain't had no choice. He ain't had no choice.
You know, if you can be seen, you can be touched. That's gonna be the word. Look, too big, too small. This is gonna be my key today. If you can be seen, listen.
That nigga didn't have no choice but to say nothing.
That man never said nothing. He kept it in house. Man, you wouldn't be having this conversation. That's how I want my shit.
She wasn't
about your own personal business.
Look, she wasn't really conservative at the end of the day. She was doing.
You could be touched. That bitch got.
This the only time a camera got on her. Listen, this the only time a camera got on her. Because if a camera wasn't never there, He wouldn't know nothing
We
about
ain't
it.
talking about this shit.
She can be touched.
He wouldn't know nothing about it if a camera wasn't there.
I'm
Facts.
bringing it to the tiny science.
All
She
right,
got
okay.
seen. The
So let
man
me.
seen
All
her.
right, so let me.
He
So let
said
me. Let's
something.
go on. Let's go on now. So he doubled down. So he stood on it because it seemed like y'all. It seemed.
I stand on that one with him.
Hold on. We're missing. We're missing. It's not about really the dress. It's not about the dress.
It's about the respect.
Not at all.
It's about the respect, and it's about the man having the ability to lead. So when we finish this is the question. So think about it before you answer. As a man, what is protection when it comes to in a relationship? What is protection? What does that mean to you? Ladies, put down in the chat, what do you think protection is? And let's see if we have the same answer.
A protection from a woman or a
man. Rocket.
Hey, look, let me just get my shit off real quick.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Cigarette.
Hold on.
I feel like.
No, hold on. Let's get through this.
What's up, King? Hold on.
Let's just get through this clip.
I want to
get this because I want to get the 764 because he's been patiently waiting and see what he think about it. But
do your shit.
Before we go too far. All
right. So
764, you there? All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was just reading the caption. It says using motherhood to shame a woman because you don't like her outfit choice is crazy, considering the number of loud and visible conversations around body positivity, postpartum depression, and negative body image postpartum that have been had.
That sounds like a cop out to me.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So what's the difference? What's the difference from a male going to the gym 6 months later and then showing his physique and then being out there on the prowl? I'm gonna just play the devil's advocate. What's the difference?
Excellent
Is
point.
you insecure? Is it about insecurity, or is it about you just thinking that that's what a man's supposed to do or a woman is supposed to do? We're in a different era now. Y'all know that, right?
Right.
Y'all do know that, right?
Do that make it okay though? Since we're in a different era, do that make it okay?
What make it
okay
okay?
though?
Well, what make it okay? Do it make it okay? Do it make it okay? I'm playing devil's advocate. Do it make it okay for you to go half-ass naked to the gym or go to the beach half-ass naked?
But he's not doing that,
right? As a man, right?
But he's not. You said in general or in their situation?
Yeah, we speak in general because y'all talking about somebody after pregnancy and then they done bounced back and stuff.
We
and they
talk about
went out
Keke
to
and her
have a
husband
good
and
time.
her dude.
Time out. It's called decorum. It's called decorum. That means one person talk, you listen, then the next person talk. We can't have a discussion if 16 people talking at one time. It's called decorum. So what I'm saying is we speak in general, we're generalizing because she went somewhere for entertainment. She was sitting down, she went somewhere, out, like women do. I'm talking about. So y'all talking about, are y'all on a control thing? Like, oh, my woman can't wear this? Or are y'all on some, damn, I don't give a damn what my woman wears. She bad. So she look good. And I don't give a fuck what she with me. So what is it?
Anybody want to answer that? Because that's a very excellent question.
And I feel like I said before, like if Beyonce out there shaking her ass, what is Jay-Z saying?
Well, see, y'all, we're using the most extreme example.
I'm just saying, it's entertainment.
And see that's the problem. That's the one to say. That's the problem we got. We're generalizing. We're talking about in real life and what we doing in day-to-day life and ordinary people. We're not, even though this is based on the entertainment level. But what we're saying, we're talking about you, me, the other people. You're afraid for your woman and her figure to go out. Or are you the nigga that's covering her up and you only want you Muslim? No, she got a veil on too. Can't wear her face can't be seen. She can't wear curvy jeans or nothing. I'm
my godbrother's a Muslim and he ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no shit like that.
She can wear
somebody in the matrix.
She can wear
somebody in the matrix.
Like You got a point.
She
Who
can wear
don't
what
want
she
that
want to
You in the
wear.
woman?
matrix.
All right.
Don't
Yeah.
nobody want that woman out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
So
they
to
fucking
me,
entertainers. You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
So all right. So we get the point that they're entertainers. So that I don't really think the problem was so much that that it was her and Usher as much, because if it was her and just any random dude, then that would be a problem, right? So we get
It'd be the same situation.
the interaction part between them two was one thing, right? But the thing is, like, if you're uncomfortable as a man, whether
Hey, so
you
y'all
want to,
think Usher
whether you
fucking?
want to
Is
call
that
it
what
in,
y'all saying? Y'all think Usher fucking?
hold on, whether y'all think that he's being insecure or whether he has a legitimate reason or whatever it is, if he's the leader of his relationship and he has an issue with it, just because everybody else don't have an issue with it, who are you in a relationship with?
You gonna say
Everybody else, or are you in a relationship with the dude that you decided to have a baby by?
Yeah, you gonna say something? You gonna stand?
So it sounds more like insecurity of him not being recognized and him being Keke Palmer baby daddy.
That's what you got from that? Do anybody else get that from that?
It sound like more like, oh,
Nah,
I'm Keke Palmer baby daddy, but I'm not the man that I'm supposed to. So every time somebody look at me and when we go out, you Keke Palmer baby daddy. So that's
So
more of an
Oh shit!
insecurity as a male. You know
let
what
me
I'm
ask
talking
you
about?
something.
That's what that sounded like to me. Cause he wasn't tripping when she was twerking for him on the Instagram.
I ain't even gonna
And
start.
that's on live.
I
That's
don't even
live. So
know
that's
who Keke Palmer is. What she playing?
So the thing about it is, and I do
That's crazy as fuck to me.
that's echoed by a lot of women what you're saying, and so context is everything, right? And so for me, like in the situation where when he's taking a video of his girl and she twerking and all that other stuff, okay, that's one thing. But if you're out with a whole nother dude, half naked, and you sitting up there going back and forth with him, those are two different dynamics. Those are two different dynamics. Like I said, if dude was okay with it, then that's cool. If he ain't, he should be okay. It should be okay for him not to be okay with that. Why does
He
he
wouldn't have
have to
said
be okay
nothing though.
with that?
no,
He
they
wouldn't
was
have said nothing.
when you speak in the real, they try to kill you for a minute. But what I'm saying is, it sounds like more insecurity than you being like, oh, I'm a man. Oh, I know I'm dealing with somebody who was famous before I met, so I know she have engagements with these people. You know what I mean? I'd have looked at it like, you know, I'm talking about, oh, y'all, oh, yo, that was good. So now you know what we gonna do, baby? We finna get that free verse from Usher. I don't know what
So
the hell everybody
so
else
so
thinking.
so
We
so
supposed to get that
so
free.
so
We supposed to get
so
this
so is
exposure.
so
Matter
is
of fact,
so is money.
we supposed to get this midnight
It's
tour going
crazy.
on. You and Usher, y'all come out and y'all do the little thing and the
Wow.
dance and make it look like. So what is? So
Uh,
now it sound like hella males insecure about their women going out. You know what I'm talking about? So what y'all want them with? Moo-moos on?
no, see, you don't have to go that extreme, and it
Man,
sounds
it
like
is that extreme. That's
hold on,
why it
hold
is
on.
like that.
Get a
No, but
Let's
verse.
that's how
let's fall in line.
that's
Let's
how
fall
the
in line with
majority.
the
Like I
decorum.
told
Hold
you,
on,
I'm playing the devil's advocate. I'm playing the devil's
hold
advocate.
on.
So the
Let me
majority of the males outside, the majority of the males is talking down and insecurities and stuff. So I'm playing devil's advocate.
Okay, so I'm playing
Are you mad that you
God's
got
advocate.
so and then
So let me
most of
answer
these
let me
most of these
answer that
males,
for you though,
most of
bro.
these
Bro,
one time, I'm good. Most of these males that's saying all this stuff is fat, out of shape. Ain't show me your six pack, show me your muscles. Where you at
okay,
in the gym? You worried
let's
about
start
her shape. What about your shape? Get in
let's
shape.
Hey
start
nigga,
about
I'll be back.
hey, everybody here probably in their 40s and 50s, nigga. Where you
no,
gonna get a six pack from? Cuz
no, and not only that, this guy is in shape. Him himself, he's not out of shape. But her boyfriend, her baby daddy, actually, he's a handsome man, and actually, he
I
has
ain't
a
out of
nice track
shape either,
record of
but
the
I ain't got
women
a
that he
six pack,
dates.
cuz.
But what I'm saying is,
I got
it's paper
Got
over
the defensive
principle now.
ass.
Like, because the principle
hey,
is that he don't want his woman representing him like that. So there shouldn't be no issue with that. Why does it have to be him being insecure? The thing about it for me is I don't know why it has to be a manner of two extremes. Why he gotta be hella insecure, or he's so extra masculine that he don't care. Why it can't just be something as simple as, isn't she a Christian woman? Like that's not representing of being what a Christian woman would
Something
like.
as simple as nigga is my rules. Cause
It
that's
could be
it.
as simple as that. But that's where the misogyny come in, right? That's where they saying the misogyny. So let me ask you this, 764. And all the men on the panel, because I do appreciate what you're saying, because I'm glad to hear from a man and not just a women saying that. If your woman wanted to get her body did, would you be okay with that? Or do you not have a say-so with that? And how would you handle that?
Shit, I'll go first.
I'm not
Everybody
paying
got
for
quiet.
it.
Wait, say that again. Can you say that one
I
more
ain't paying
time?
for it.
So let me ask the question again.
He said I ain't paying for it.
If your woman wanted to get her body done, how are you going to respond to that? And if you are against it, what do you do? And I'll just put the
All
spotlight
right,
on.
so
Hold
my
on, hold
baby
on.
mama died. My baby mama died from some shit like that, and I never got over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she was overweight, and she went and got that little gastric bypass or whatever the fuck, and nigga, like it fucked her up to where she died. Like what, 7 years later, some shit like that. Like it's been like 7 years, but like she died from that shit, bro. So like, if you do want to go get that shit, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your shit right.
Were you
That's true.
against it? Were you against it? Were you for it?
Like I didn't. She just went and did that shit, bro. Like I ain't even like she told me one day, and I'm like sitting up here just I'm going to work and shit, and I'm not paying attention to what she's saying. But she said, "Hey, this is a procedure I'm finna go have." I was like, "Oh yeah, all right." But that
So
shit
you
killed her,
just
bro.
blew it off.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so this
Can
is what I
can
was
I ask
talking
a
about,
question?
the protection, because as the man, you would advise against certain things, at least put it out there. But
Man,
if
I ain't gonna lie. I grew up different,
No,
bro. Like I grew up
I
gang banging and shit like that. So I was in my early 20s and shit. Like when that shit happened, like bro, I wasn't the nigga I am today. I put it like that. I'm not who I am today.
Can I ask you a question, cuz?
Yeah.
Just real quick. And I'm sorry. And 500, I'll let you get it after this, bro. Um, being who you are now, and not saying there's a right or wrong question for this, and I appreciate you sharing that.
right.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time and approaching that situation differently, if you would, what would you ask, or what would you
I
do?
would have asked her, why would you want to go do this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like she was big, you know what I'm saying? She was overweight and shit, but like it was, you know what I'm saying, some shit that she wanted to do. But I would have went back and been like, come on, I'll go walk with you. Like, let's go exercise type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have been that type of motherfucker. But I was lost, bro.
So the reason why I asked this question, 500, you can take over after this. The reason why I asked this question is because there's not necessarily an extreme of me just trying to control you. Like, it's not a matter of necessarily control. Uh, I'll give my personal opinion of the whole situation a little bit later. I just want to get the guys' feelings out there, but I don't think it necessarily have to be a control thing, because it can be a matter of protection. 500.
All right, so DC Young Fly, baby mama just died for surgery, right? Um, being black, being black, growing up in black households, you only have surgeries if you need surgery. You never just go have random surgery. Ain't nobody going to get random Botox and stuff if you black and all this pigment shit in your skin and all this. But to answer the question, I'll be against that. I'll be like, nah, we can figure out another way to enhance those areas you want to enhance or you want to get rid of. We can figure out another way. You know, it's all type of sculpting and stuff they doing these days to where you ain't gotta go get no surgery. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, man, you already know my feelings on the whole situation. I mean, this falls on the part of protecting your woman and protecting your family, and it's not being overprotective or being over manly and trying to control your woman. It's called protecting your wife from making irrational decisions that don't need to be made. I mean, like 500 said, I mean, there's ways to get around you losing weight. I mean, if you wasn't always big and you not naturally big boned, then all you got to do is get up and go to the gym. Now, I know I say it like it's easier said than done, which it is. But when you going to lay down on that table and they cutting on your body goes through a certain amount of shock anyway, just from being open, split open like that. Our bodies are not made to go through
That's
that.
what you giving me to roll up.
And as a man, knowing that our bodies are not made to go through that, I wouldn't want my wife going through those situations, putting her body through unnecessary stress that's going to endanger her life. That's why they put you to sleep when you have surgery, so they can monitor your heart rate and keep you alive, because you're really dead. They're keeping your heart pumping until they finish doing what they're doing, moving organs around that they're not supposed to be touching. So, I mean, it's a whole thing that it falls in a man's protection. And I mean, if your wife don't want to listen, then I mean, only thing you can do after that is, I mean, if you done laid it out there on the table and let her know why you don't want it, why you don't want her to have it, and she goes and has it anyway, then all you can really do is stand by her side and hope and pray that everything turns out all right. You know what I'm saying? And hope is good, and there is no repercussions later on down the line. You know, blessings go out to you, Todd. You know what I'm saying? Crazy country, cuz. But I mean, yeah, don't no man want his wife going through that if you really don't need to. I
Hey,
mean, we can hit
to
a
be
gym. I'll buy a gym set if that's really what you're trying to do. I
for
hit it with you
sure.
as much as I hate hitting weights now. But shit, I do it.
Okay, let me read these
Hey,
comments.
what about being insecure, and that's the reason why they want to go get the surgery in the first place.
Right, since we throwing around the word insecure,
Yeah,
the
that's what
reason
I'm
why they
saying.
do that
Well,
is for self-esteem reasons. They do
And
that for
and
self-esteem reasons.
and isn't having self esteem reasons and trying to enhance those being insecure? Wouldn't that fall under
but
the
I
umbrella?
think
I
But
would
I
say
think
so.
you'll have more self
All in the
esteem if
same
you
pot.
go and do it yourself. If you go to the gym and get your body and do your body yourself, you'll have more self esteem in yourself. You know what I'm saying? More pride in what you are than just going to lay on the table, because you're not really going to take care of
Hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying? There's been too many incidents where women end up having complications because they didn't take care of their body after they done had the surgery. So
But
the best thing to do is to take your ass to the gym and get it in where you fit in.
All right.
and not even just that, they back to their regular weight and trying to go get the surgery again. You know how many of these entertainers have surgeries over and over and over and over just to keep their body the same size because they don't work out or nothing, and they just getting back to the regular size they didn't want to be at.
A lot.
Yeah,
So and I'm
see,
gonna get
that's
back to
crazy.
I wanna know what protection means to you guys too. And let me read these comments real quick. Protection is keeping me safe from everything harmful to my person or well-being, even if it's from my own actions. And then she says, Nikki said he's not her protection. He was trying to. Looks like he lets him. No, see, look
Mm.
like she lets him be her boyfriend. And is that because of position and power and status? Because she got more money? Unless Beyonce is performing, her costumes are not her everyday attire. Um,
Mm-mm.
Larissa say it's such a double standard because the outrage that would ensue if he was out slinging that thing on Lotto in some gray sweatpants would be wild. Exactly. So how many of you guys, woman, would let y'all go out, go to the concert, and if Rihanna pulled you on stage and was giving you a lap dance and all that, you gonna go home and your girl gonna be like, "Oh, that was nice. That was just beautiful." You think that's gonna play out like that?
Nope, it's gonna be Beyonce to the left, to the left.
So
I'll
your
be
girl gonna
realistic.
be mad because you done made your fucking list.
I'll be 100% realistic. I'm gonna twist your question a little bit further, Black. If my girl and I went out as we are right now, in the status that we are right now, and I get pulled up on stage and Rihanna starts twerking on me, first off, she's gonna be the littest person in the crowd cheering me on.
That's good.
But other side of the question though, let's say, and this is an example I did as well. Now, let's say there's a get together and my girl's best friend throw a party, but I show up. I just got out the gym, you know what I'm saying, been sculpting my body. I show up with the sweatpants, clearly showing the D print with the J's on, got the chain on and everything. Then that's a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I would not put my girl in that position. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm proud of my body. I'm proud of the snapback that I pulled off. But at the same time, I know how suggestive what I'm wearing is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to disrespect my girl in front of her company or people that we don't know like that. So
yeah,
that's the way it would work.
It's about respect.
Yeah, underlying respect. Period. And I do want to make a point real quick, giving Keke props. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this situation was people trying to figure this shit out, like a couple. I think personally, I think he said something about the outfit. I think she told him he overreacted. You know, woo, woo, woo. And she saw the backlash because I don't know if y'all saw, she came to like the internet and was like, "Yo, that's my man. I understand what he said, but I love him at the end of the day, and we're gonna work this out." I appreciate her for coming back and saying that. Not a lot of women
did
do
that?
that. Keke did that.
When she do that?
I think it was like 2 days later because they went radio silent after the blow up happened.
Wait, you know she on live singing Usher songs and stuff right now.
I know she doing t-shirts and making TikToks talking about him right now and
No,
letting
she was
people
on
say
live singing his whole verse to the song.
But here's what happened when Usher tried to do it to Kyle Kuzma's girl. Why couldn't Keke respond in this fashion? Hold on. See how Usher, and I don't know, that's just disrespectful, Usher. You see,
I'm back, brothers.
She jumped into her man's lap. She's not about to mess up her position.
I'll be honest with
you. He started laughing.
I don't think every girl is into Usher
He
like
said
that.
But he said she chose up after she jumped in his lap. He said she chose up. That's what he said. Usher said that on the mic.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious.
Y'all didn't hear it.
Allow my boy to come on. Allow him to come on.
I thought being a stay-at-home mom was like one of the biggest, greatest jobs there is. And this and my boy where he go?
Not if they want attention. If they want attention,
because now in this new era, right? We're talking about it's a new era. Because I don't want to forget the protection. Y'all want to know what does protection mean to y'all? In this new era, women aren't the same like in the 90s. You're not gonna find that 1990s love anymore. So now it's 2023 where women are outside. There's a difference now. What do y'all think about this new era of women? And do we need to adjust, or as traditional men, are we actually being toxic? Are we being like unfavorable? And I want to welcome T-Bone to the
What's
show.
up with T-Bone?
We are if
What
we
up with
single.
it?
But if you already got your queen, then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Say that again.
I said, yeah, if you single at our age, but like shit, if you got your own queen, yeah, shit, you ain't got shit to worry about.
That part.
Well, I think a lot of men don't have their queen yet, and
Happy
At our
being
homecoming.
age,
that
we
divorce
should.
rate's at 75%. I mean, like there's not that many queens that's that's had. So,
You know how
and
many
we
people
trying
on
to
their
figure
third and
out.
fourth marriages?
So that's what we trying to figure out. Like men are trying to be men, but women are redefining men. And I think bro was one of these redefined men, and it blew up in his face because when Keke shot her shot at him, which I never advocated, a woman should never shoot her shot at a man. She should make the assist so he could shoot his shot, but she should not be shooting her shot. That's that new era, modern woman. I can do what a man do. Well, fine. If you decide you want to take the masculine role in the relationship, guess what? You're going to have to be the one that dictate the pace and the whole nine. And so when you find a man like that and he gets in his feminine feelings and then y'all roast him on the internet, that's not something that y'all would have wanted if you were in that position of submission.
The internet is
That's why
cold,
y'all
bro.
don't want to submit.
The internet is a beast.
So these 2023 women, it's a new era, new time. 764. How should men be looking at women today when it comes to them being, I don't know, outside?
We better be looking at survival because that's our way to remain in the future.
Survival.
What you mean as far as outside? What you mean as far as outside?
Well, you know, because they're going, they're dressing, they're showing. What is it? We did a review the other day. What they say now is, ass out, titties out, pussy out, hot girl summer, all that stuff. Should we as
But
men?
but once again, you're defining some. You defining young, mostly young girls, probably out of high school, college. They're not women.
Y'all
You're
want
not.
cupcake ice cream?
You can't put a stipulate. Wait. Once again, decorum. You can't put stipulations on all women and then try to come back and then combat them and say, well, this is what these women doing. No, I don't know no women that's doing that. Now you can have some midgets, you got some prostitutes, you can have some listen, you're not listening. It goes back to you, Granny. You act like it ain't been like this ain't been there. It's always been fast little girls. Don't be no little fast ass little girl. Don't run with them little fast ass helpers. I mean, what are we saying?
I'm muting.
What are you saying?
What we're saying, what I'm saying is,
what is outside?
Well, let me explain it to you. So what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about all women. I'm talking about 68.2% of them, the majority of them. Now, if you want to say that there are some that's out there that's high school and 20-year-olds, yeah, that's fine. But what we're not going to do is act like that they're not 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds out here acting like this. Keke Palmer actually is probably the youngest out of them, which is appropriate for her. Me personally, I didn't have a problem with what she did. Now, what I do have a problem with is people having a problem with that man having standard for his relationship. And then on top of that, doubling down, saying that he insecure, trying to control and all that other stuff. When not that long ago, maybe like 20, 30 years ago.
You in your feelings. Oh, you got in your feelings. Oh, let me talk. You just in your feelings. This facts over feelings.
Can we have decorum at this point now?
Hold on, bro. I thought we was gonna have decorum. You brought that to the table, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying to you though, bro, I'm gonna let you speak though, bro. What I'm saying, I can't be in my feelings because I don't care about what Keke is doing. I'm talking about the whole concept of men trying to lead their households, and they have people outside of the relationship trying to define what the fuck they should be doing in their relationship. If this dude said it's a problem, it's a problem.
It's going
You
up.
define a relationship as, but it's not all like that. And then once I come, and then you say, "Oh, what about these 40-year-old ass niggas out here killing everybody, ain't doing shit? What about these 40-year-old ass dumbass niggas with no jobs, no 401ks, no?" Let's get to the niggas. I'm here to talk about males. I'm not here to talk about the females. I'm here to talk about steel programs. I'm here to talk about what's going on in these black communities. I'm not here to
Let's have
debate no
that
goddamn
conversation.
female. I'm not here to talk about. Matter of fact,
Let's
call
have
me when
that
y'all talk about some male shit, because I'm not in no female shit. Enjoy.
Let's have that conversation.
Y'all over here some female. I don't even see one female on the panel, but a whole bunch of insecure men. It's like one female on the panel, but a whole bunch of insecure ass men. Man,
so what we're not going to do is
I ain't never been insecure. Now that's attack. Now that's basically attack.
Hold on, y'all. We can talk about every one of those things that you're talking about, my brother, because that does play a part in why women are in the state that they are. Because at the end of the day, we as men are responsible, and that's why we having this conversation, and that's why there aren't any women.
Daddy problems. You hit it on the nose.
Because
why he leave though? Wait, Black. He just left, bro. He just started all this shit. Like that's what I'm saying. People start stuff and run. Like don't run from your problems because you just started this whole commotion on yelling and what happened to decorum? We ain't got no decorum no more.
What happened?
So I can't respect.
Hold on. He been going in and out, so I'm assuming it might be his. It might be just a connection, whatever. He might pop back on. In the event that he don't,
he said he was leaving. He said, "Call when we talking about some nigga stuff." That's what he said before he dipped off.
I'm ready to have that conversation about what men should be doing.
But at the same time, you can't call us insecure for speaking on a situation that happened because that's what we doing. So at the same time, you basically insecure. You get it? Like you throwing off you projecting yourself onto others.
Yeah, it's like that's how you feel about the situation. But check this out. This is a woman saying this. But nowadays you have 30, 40, and 50-year-olds screaming hot girl summer. So that's not no men just sitting here bashing on women, my guy. This is
y'all know how old Carly Red is? Y'all know how old Carly Red is? Carly Red is almost 60 years old.
Who?
Carly Red.
Y'all niggas lying.
Go look up her age right now.
That bitch 60 years old.
Look up her age.
Hey, but T-Bone,
I ain't mad at
we ain't heard for you, T-Bone. I want to get your perspective on this, what's going on. And basically what we're talking about is we are having a dual conversation. Sure, we're talking about specifically the Keke Palmer situation, but what we're more talking about is the men's ability to to protect and lead. And that's what I think is going on in this, is that this line is being blurred because this man is obviously, from my perspective, is he's trying to lead his family, and now he's being shamed for doing it. But in fact, being said he's being toxic masculine, and I think that's a problem. Hey T, you there?
You talking to me?
T-Bone.
Yeah. Hey, and not like that. I've been the flyest fat nigga all my life. I ain't never been insecure. The fuck? So me having a perspective on anything my woman doing, that's off of me and principles that I was raised on and I stood on. My mama ain't never did no shit like that or had her ass out at all. Right. So what do I want my wife to be somewhat like my mother, not in certain ways. So why would I want my wife with her ass out on national television? That's basically a prostitute. She had her cheeks out. She trying to get some money. She sitting up there twerking with her cheeks out. You selling it. You and you know Usher do this every show. Usher do this every show. No, you can't say he don't. We just saw it happen 3 days in a row. So basically, long story short, you can't define nobody by how they feel and their opinion. So once I start saying all you niggas insecure, whoop, I'm attacking y'all now. Y'all have y'all own opinions. We might not agree. We agree to disagree. but I'm not gonna say, oh y'all whoopty whoop whoop whoop. I'm not gonna do that because
That sounds like that's an emotional response.
that's not being a grown man at the end of the day. If we grown men, we gonna talk like grown men. If you gonna holler decorum, we gonna have decorum. When I'm talking, you're not gonna interrupt me once I say something you don't like it because that's not how decorum works. We gonna have order and we gonna keep it pushing, and that's what we gonna do. We on to whatever. Come on.
So it seems like this is what the push pull is. We're in a new era. We're not in the era where men dictate what women do. Women can do whatever they like. What I'm hearing is a lot of men have no problem with that, but you're gonna have to deal with the consequence with that. Now, where the issue is, and I kind of hate to say this, where the gray area is, and that is where do men stand on their principle? Because like bro was saying, what about these men that's inept? These men that's not leading appropriately. These men that's in their feelings more than they are in their emotions. Then these women don't have no real men for them to lean on. So at the end of the day, yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed. But we can't just sit there and act like that just because a man has standards for himself and he's more traditional, that he's toxic masculine.
Well, what about it's entertainment? So that might be part of the bag. She might be a straight chick. You forgot when you got these TVs, there's a whiteboard that says "and break" and the show go off. You know what I mean? And I get the messages out there and I get it. So we definitely got to change the narrative. But sometimes that chick showing her ass, that's the bag.
Okay, so that goes back to my question. So is it paper over principle? Is it paper over principle?
Hell yeah.
It kind of depends what's your financial situation,
Nigga,
but you definitely got a value point.
Been like that.
For me, I'm not putting paper over principle. Not me.
Right. I'm just saying, like,
and I'm not knocking those that do.
If you a solid individual, you know what I'm saying. You ain't putting paper over principle, but like these motherfuckers out here they putting that paper over that principle. They don't give a fuck. Like,
I got it.
As long as they get in their bag.
Exactly, but we also coming from a situation where brothers are coming out of prison, so they trying to get right. Of course, they gonna mess with a chick that's getting their bread, that's getting bread like that. I mean, I would too. Just imagine, I ain't got no felonies, but if I did, and that's the only choice I got until I get on my feet, it's a hard choice to make. You might not like it, but you got to eat it at the same time.
Hey, remember I said I pushed that button in Denver? Y'all talking to one of them right now. Bet that. Yeah, now I'm gonna put my phone on mute.
What up, Kelly? What up?
All right, so I'm gonna go around the table.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like he responded with feminine energy?
Who we talking about?
Oh, we talking about Darius.
Rocky. My man that got off the phone that was yelling?
No. The dude that sent the tweet about his girl.
Oh, I didn't see it. My bad. I'm late.
Hey, look. Hey, look. What you say, Sam? I'm cooking. What you say, Sam? I got y'all. What y'all say?
Do you think that the Darius responded like in his feminine energy?
He was in his feelings, of course. We all human. We men. We try to protect our women. Like you say, look, you got my head messed up. We try to protect our women. I'm protecting her at that time when she going out the house. Once she get out the house, I can't protect her. You can be seen, you can be touched, like Playboy say. I'm going to use them two words. You can be seen, you can be touched. Now you embarrassed all of us. If you represent me, you should be my wife. You should honor represent me. When you go out, we represent a family. Our kids, our mama, our granny, our aunties is representation. But like my boy was saying is, we compare young girls to grown women. You can't compare a grown woman to a young girl. A grown woman already know what she wants and what she's doing, and she know what she's doing. That little girl might not know what she was doing. You know, not thinking it was nothing. That's the scene. That's what they do every day.
Man, I guess y'all not watching Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray, all these older women. All these women are not 20-year-olds that's out there acting like that.
They raggedy.
But look at this. Look at this. You just said that you trying to compare a young girl and a young woman and a woman, right? You trying to compare a young girl and a woman. Why are you saying that? She's 29 years old. She's not a young girl anymore. So so you saying that makes it like a young girl is like 20,
21, 22.
21, yeah,
No. I
23.
say this. My baby mama the same age as you. We're not on the same page.
Okay,
Bone
but
live,
but
Bone live out here. He know it.
Where we
We're not
going?
on the same
but
page. We're
no,
not
listen to
thinking the
this though.
same.
Listen to
That's
this.
why we're not together. She
Listen
couldn't
to
even
this.
never like have
But
me
we're
because
we're
we're
not
not on the
talking about
same
you right now.
page.
We're talking
No.
about we talking about
You're 10
Keke,
years
who's
younger.
been
So what you
conservative,
thinking is
who
10
have
years younger than
never.
me, then 20 years older than me. Bone is older than us. So Bone thinking different than me. You thinking. So there's no way in the world we can think the same way
Yeah,
when
no,
it
but
comes to a woman.
But look, I'm saying, how can you say that? Because Kiki has been conservative this whole time and having this like beg for attention at this point. She haven't never did this. So for her to do that and go against her dude, best wishes is crazy.
so do you think he responded in his feminine energy?
See, and then you say,
Because remember, women always say men got feelings too, so they should be able to express their feelings too. So did he go
so
too far with his feelings or no?
see, and then that's what I wanted to say too. He said he responded in his feminine energy. You can't say that and then say he stood on his principles at the same
Right,
time. So
right.
that's you can't do that. So on top of no, he responded how he was supposed to do. That was masculine energy, and
Yes.
that's what you're supposed to do. Females do that all day, and he should be able to do the same thing. It- I forgot. I just saw a picture. Somebody was twerking on somebody, and it was a problem. And then
Oh, it
they
was Chance the
compared.
Rapper.
Yeah, somebody was twerking on Chance, and it was a problem. And but this not a This not a problem. Usher hugging you, like caressing you.
Okay, so check this out. And I got your question, Clarissa. I'm gonna ask it.
That's a form of cheating.
Kenithia says no, she has not been conservative. She had a whole tattoo on the back of her head. Now, I would go ahead. You can answer that because that was to your comment.
Yeah, tattoo. See, I didn't know about the tattoo, so I can't really speak on it.
I would say that doesn't make her out there like that because she got a tattoo. Um, but when we think of her, we think of Akila and the Bee. I have seen a lot of pictures of her dressing, showing herself, and part of having that bounce back body, she wants to show it. So I do understand that. I understand that, and she also got that baby weight, so she probably got a little bit thicker thighs than she had, and a little bit of junk in her trunk. But she ain't that big, y'all. Don't let them pictures fool y'all. She ain't going dumb like that. She ain't dumb thick like that. So let me ask this question by Clarissa. Thank y'all. Please like this video. Is it question? Can you be in a committed relationship with a woman who you can't protect? Let me
Not
go
at
with
all.
you. Let me go with you, sir.
Oh, absolutely not. I can't. Because you ain't finna be my source of joy and my source of stress back and
Ooh,
forth. I'm gonna, if at a point I feel like my words or my well-being mentally is not being considered, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. And this goes back to a bigger point, Black. Hey man, niggas gotta date better. That's
right.
just what this is, point blank, period. Stop doing this. Oh, we just vibe and shit. We just having a good time. Nah, nigga, are you dating with a purpose? Because what it sounds like is old buddy was trying to, he in his head, he had an idea of what their relationship was. And obviously she had a different idea.
Right.
But if y'all communicating right, if y'all done sat down and talked to each other, hey, we about to have a kid. What's your plan in the future? What does motherhood look like to you? These are conversations you need to be having before you fucking, especially if you going wrong. And this is showing obviously this is not happening. Like, what are the conversations being had? Because we didn't had a like let's think about this shit right here. This the shit that blow my mind when you really think about it. We are arguing over the internet. I'm talking about if I'm the boyfriend and this is Keke. We're arguing over your actions and what you're wearing after we had a kid. You would think these are arguments we would have before I decide to get you pregnant. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that goes to show that niggas are not having the conversation that needs to be had. Emotional intelligence. So all that shit that women are talking about, well, the ones that do it, because I ain't gonna call them women, the ones that have that shit that say, "Oh, you in your feelings, you being emotional." No, I'm intelligent enough to know that you could be the source of my issues. Like, how am I supposed to be proud of you and want to propose to you to be my wife and show the world that, yo, this is the one I'm choosing to be with? But at the end of the day, you're displaying that my thoughts, my choices, my protection to you don't matter. You don't give a fuck about me. Right. You don't give a fuck about me.
Hey, look, we shouldn't be having that conversation. Period. You my queen. We shouldn't even be having this conversation.
You should already know where I stand on that dress.
So, oh, you know, he having this. Look, we went too far with this shit. And we ain't gonna have this. Us men, ain't we know our worth. So we're not gonna have this conversation with no woman. Period. We know our worth.
Call your boy back. Tell your boy to get back on.
Right. I'm on here. Oh, you talking about the other dude?
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Hey, so Crutch, can you be committed? Can you be in a committed relationship with a woman who you can't protect? You muted.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen. It can't happen. It can't happen. Because I'm looking at things to protect you in general, overall. It might be tomorrow, it might be a week from now. Shit, like Nikki from the O say, I'm trying to protect you from the decisions you make for yourself. I'm looking at all of it because I'm not going off emotions. So, nah, it ain't gonna work out.
Hey, can I say something real quick? Y'all hear me? Look,
you ain't never stopped. Go ahead.
Like protection. You mean protecting her over the household, or you mean protecting her mentally? It's two different situations.
All of the above. All of the above.
It's all of protection. Quit trying to categorize it, homie. It's everything.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
That's that gray area. You see, you got a gray shirt on.
Oh man.
Hear me out. So a female talking to you crazy, you gonna feel like she wore the draws, or you wore the draws. Leave it at that. Now y'all go.
That's no respect, cause she don't respect you if she do that.
But you supposed to be the protector, right?
So it ain't gonna work.
But she talking to you any old way. How do you be the protector if she talking to you any old way, or she dressing like that, and you supposed to be the protector? So are you coming across protecting her? Or are you coming across
insecure?
Yeah, bingo. What y'all got to say?
Hey man, but don't forget, we got society against us. Society right now is trying to make the woman the head of the household. We men, that's our natural position. But sometimes we can't afford it. So then now you got to get your mental right. Can you handle that?
Okay, so you said we can't afford it. You can't afford it. So my question is,
no, I'm not saying me. I'm saying
no. I mean, we talking about men in general. Right, because women are the money getters right now in this era. So the question is, can you lead a woman and she make more money than you? Because she was obviously making more money than him. He was going to be the stay-at-home dad. So do you think that money plays a role in the position of leadership?
It does. It does if you let it. Right now, my wife makes more money than me. You know what I mean? But I think she know I'm a hustler, so she know I'm gonna get it regardless. I got a job and a business, so by all means, I'm gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I know guys that they wife got 2 jobs and he drive Uber, and he feeling like the dick is doing the job, but it really ain't. She's really fucking him. He just don't know it.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Lacey's justice, King. Lacey's justice, man.
I mean, but we still men though, and we losing a war. You know what I mean? We're losing right now. That's why we really got to talk to each other and stick together, youngsters and the old. I always listen to the older cats, always.
Right, always.
But we all come from a generation. Well, I don't know about y'all, My generation, we didn't have no daddies. Everybody had stepdads.
Wow.
Like
See,
that was the normal.
I grew up with a lot of people that had dads.
So you dig it, okay?
Including myself. Like I
Okay.
didn't have friends that didn't have 2-parent households, really, to be
Yeah,
honest.
me too.
To be honest. And so the question is, not to say that what you're saying is not important, because it's very important, because to come to find out 2-parent households is not the norm, right?
Right.
And so we do need to address that, because if that's the majority if that's the 68.2% what's going on, then we definitely need to address that.
Right.
Now, the question is, can you be in a committed relationship to a woman who you can't protect? Well, I don't think it's much of a committed relationship, because what are you committing to? There's nothing to commit to if somebody's not going to ride with you and go with you and allow you to be the leader that you are in the position that you are in.
Right.
Even if you tried, you will end up giving your life for her, and then she ends up doing something, and then you go on, and she goes on, and it doesn't work out the way you plan, and then you feel like you didn't do the right thing. So no, you can't be committed in a committed relationship with someone you can't protect. And it seems like these women nowadays, they say they don't need provision anymore because they got the bag. They don't need protection as much because they can shoot. They can go outside dressed any kind of way and nobody should touch them and do anything. So what is the protection that they actually need? So that's a real good question. Kanithia says, no, she hasn't been she hasn't been conservative. She's been a whole tattoo on her back of her neck. Oh yeah, and then she also said she's been very free for a long time if you follow her social media. And Clarissa, I think she says she's been popping out every now and then on some city girl attire, right? So she's starting to feel herself right now. She's starting to get her confidence, and that's the whole thing. What are you doing all this for? Are you doing it for attention? Are you what is that all about? And if a man knows that a woman's going to sit there and gets the attention from men, a lot of times supposedly unwanted attention from men, he's simply just trying to protect her. That's how I saw it.
I mean, but you gotta look at her. She's an entertainer, so you gotta know what you're getting into when you approaching that.
That's what I've been saying.
It ain't like no regular chick just graduated from Clark, HBCU. You know what I mean? So it's a different circumstance. That's kind of part of the bag. So you got to take that how it comes. But you can still be the king, though.
And it's a lot of other entertainers that go out there and do the same thing, but don't go that far with it.
You can still be the king, but you got to be on some Jay-Z type shit.
Oh, you got to be worth $1 billion?
I ain't saying that, but like how that nigga swooped up Beyonce, like shit, nigga.
Yeah. Miss Nikki says women have to carry themselves a certain way so their men are not left outside to be disrespected. Her
Checkmate.
Man being disrespected
Absolutely.
leaves her open to much more disrespect. And there she is, having to watch the world disrespect her dude. All so bad.
It go down to what type of woman you want to deal with, bro.
Period. That's it right there. That's it right there.
What like, you want to deal with, bro?
You know how like when you building a house, they always should tell you to check your foundation and shit. This is exactly what they're referring to, but in relationship wise, they have cracks in the foundation, and the whole world is seeing it now. And I hate it for the gentleman because if you look at the message, he's just generally crying out that, yo, this isn't what I believe in. This ain't what I'm with. But because he came outside and said that on Twitter and not to her, you know what I'm saying? Because this wasn't an inside conversation from the jump, he got crucified for it.
Hey, you know why? Because that nigga said that shit on the internet and not to her.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Or I got another situation. He did say it to her, but he didn't feel his words were heard.
Yep. Yep. Facts. And he was like, okay, you gonna feel me. Type of shit.
Putting it on the internet wasn't the way to do it.
Nah, that ain't no man shit.
You gotta keep that in house if you're a man, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. I mean, that's all. Look, all you can knock him for is that he put it on the internet.
Yeah.
He was in his feelings.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Facts over feelings. It was all facts, but he was in his feelings. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know?
So his mistake was putting it on the internet. But he wasn't wrong. So do you think he was misogynist for doing that?
No, he was just doing what a man do. We human.
Do you think he was engaging in public shaming?
No.
Trying to use, and this is what they say, trying to use the internet to shame women into submission in 2023 is a losing battle.
Because that shit was on the internet.
That's the internet.
It was on the internet.
What's that?
Her ass was out on the internet. So, like, no, that's not public shaming at all.
At all. Hell no.
Okay.
Her ass was out.
Showed her ass on the internet. She showed herself, bro.
So here we go. It says asserting manhood. So this is something that's being said. Like, why are they attacking manhood like that? Trying to use humiliation as a tool to assert your quote unquote manhood and leadership as the head of the household. It's pretty lame. They're saying that's lame that he's doing that. The woman should be the leader of the relationship, basically, or there should be two leaders, which we know when you have two leaders, you have none.
They said no man gonna let his woman outside like that. He ain't no man because he let his woman outside. Remember I said the gray area? We players, bitch, go. Bye. If you're gonna go show ass, go. And we get mad. Us as men, we get mad like I'm arguing with this woman like they're not weird. But she wanna go out and disrespect me like that. For one, you already went out and disrespected me. Number two, you just disrespect me in the public. So now I'm embarrassed. Okay, you don't know how many partners was calling this.
You're supposed to tell her. You're supposed to tell her before y'all walk out, though.
Reese, that's what you didn't hear what I just said. We at home. I'm like, you're not wearing that shit. She like, oh, we going to the party. It's gonna be the BET. I can dress how I want to dress. Everybody dressing like this. It's the style. And I'm like, nah. But she suckered me into it. I say, go ahead. I say, go ahead, because I trust my woman. She not gonna embarrass me in the public, but she embarrassed him in the public, so he embarrassed her bitch ass back. I would do the same shit, bitch. Now you embarrassed me. I specifically told you you're gonna go out there and everybody gonna be in your face. Keep the first words I'm saying, keep them niggas out your face. You better keep that. I'm gonna know everything you're doing. Once I found out that she ain't got a cause balls, chest, and hell. Fuck no.
Okay, so here we go. Postpartum depression disproportionately affects Black women at a risk of 1.6 times higher for Black women than white women.
Bro, can't hold up. Pause that, Black. Pause that. Bring that clip back. And this is the shit I don't like. This the shit I can't stand right here.
Yeah,
this the shit that I can't stand right here. See, motherfuckers that watch this shit, they'll watch this whole clip. They'll see that and not understand the programming that they trying to say right here.
Exactly.
That is what my issue is the programming. That's what my issue is the programming. That's what my whole beef is really. That's what I got smoke about really is the programming. And they're using our Black women to do this. My bad, bro. I'm glad somebody else said that, bro.
Bro, like, okay, this whole article we've been playing has been talking about.
It's from S Magazine too. I'm mad. I'm sorry.
No. No, you fine. And it's talking about the Black relationship. And they gonna slide this punk ass skewed statistic here that postpartum depression, which is serious, which we already feel that is a topic in our community that we weren't talking about enough, affects Black women 1.6 times more than white women. So you trying to say that, oh, Black women, you might want to look at the white men because you're less likely to go through this over there. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying the white women ain't going through that as much. Like, bro, chill. Like, get the fuck out of here. You can't be pro-Black. See this article and continue to watch it. I'm sorry, you just can't. You just can't.
It's just straight.
Disgusting.
It said additionally, a 2022 study found that 68.2. That's almost like my 68 point. I mean, it says 68.8. It's almost like my 68.2. of women are dissatisfied with their current body weight and figure after giving birth. Of course not. First of all, this part is y'all punishment. There's no way around that. That's part of y'all punishment. Take that up with God.
That didn't say your punishment.
Take that up with Eve.
That didn't say your punishment.
It is.
You should have had no baby. You should have had no baby.
Yeah. And then said, despite these facts, you have this glorious black woman glowing. Listen to that. Happy and loving her new body, and her new partner interrupted that and tried to publicly humiliate her. Like, really? Do you think that's what his motive was? Was that really his motive? So she could be a baddie and a mom. Moms can be sexy before and after having kids. And the way a woman dresses isn't a measure of the type of mother she is. The hell it ain't. The hell it ain't. The way you tell a tree is by its fruits.
Yeah.
So I don't know what y'all talking about with that. Y'all show judges men by what we got. So I don't understand that. So that's what I don't like, this programming that's going on. So healthy communication would have been if he would have addressed it at the house and then not put it out there. But at the end of the day, I don't think that he should have been vilified for it. Because let's just say that he really was just trying to like pour out, like you said, a cry for help. Now they made it seem like the dude was trying to create a crime against her.
Bruh,
So yeah.
And this is from Essence. Wow.
Essence. Clarissa says, I can only protect you if you respectfully take heed to my words, because I can say, don't cross the street yet, but you do it anyway. Now you done got hit by a bus. Exactly. And then they want you to go grab the bus driver, beat him up, and all kind of other stuff because you told her not to go and she went anyway. But if you agreed to it, even if she sweet talked you into agreeing, why then go and make a public statement about how you didn't like it, and if you still agreed? Now that is an issue. You shouldn't do that as a man, because that's double talking out of both sides of your neck. You shouldn't do that. I definitely agree with that. So
I should have been doing that.
So protection. Now we have a fight against protecting women. What does protection look like in 2023? Can anybody let me know? Tell me, because I don't know.
Communication, bro. Like raw, pure communication. Get back to them days where you was sitting there talking like for hours about what you intend to do in the future. Quit. Stop this vibe mentality, bro. Like you can't continue this just chilling vibe, just watch and see and wait and see mentality, and then complain when the relationship don't work. Y'all niggas didn't lay a game plan, bro. Like what the fuck? Like I'm sorry, excuse my language, but like what do you think? It's like you sitting in class, right? And they give you 30 minutes to study before you take the test, right? And you don't study, you take the test and fail, and then you complaining that you failed. What the fuck? What did you do with that time you had before, bro? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. The communication is imperative. You want to be able to have these conversations, and then you can make a decision for yourself if you want to continue or not, instead of waiting until life happens and then want to make a decision. Because I don't personally have a problem. I don't know if I want to call it confidence or whatever. Like, I just trust who I'm with, and if she violates that, then it is what it is. Like, we know spandex pants. Like, spandex is like everybody wears spandex. And if I say to my girl that I have a problem with spandex and she think that it's comfortable and she don't have a problem with it, okay, I'll let you go out with it, right? Or not, I let you go out. I let it go by in my own emotions, and then something happens. If I was to say something and put my foot down in the beginning, now I'm controlling her. And if I don't protect her after something happened, then I'm not a real man. I think a real man, I don't even like that term, real man. I think a man is a person with foresight. When you have foresight and you have the ability to stop things from happening before they happen, I think that's a true measure of a man. Just like it's a true measure of a man that not how many fights that he wins, is how many fights that he can avoid. Like I don't understand this culture where we supposed to clean up on aisle 8, 9, and 10, and you better not say nothing about it because I'm knocking down 11. I don't get it. I don't get it. So it's about a respect thing for me, and I'm seeing that we're not being respected as men, and it's only getting worse.
I agree. It's the art of war.
It's
I
the art of
agree.
war.
Yeah. The best way to win a war is not fight at all. And you're right. You know what I mean? Yeah, you go through, you clean up all these aisles, and then you still don't win. Your position don't change. Your girl still wearing spandex. The disrespect is there until a situation ends everything. So I agree.
And then if you have the conversation, then it's on you or not if you can deal with that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and like you say, over communicate. So then that way you can't say you didn't know. So
Do you
let me
think
see.
better the player? Do you audible? What you gonna do?
You definitely better know how to audible. Country cuz. It seemed like you more closer to resolution than I am anyway. Women in 2023 versus us men being traditional. How do you think? What do we need to do to adjust in order for us to have harmony between?
I don't think we need to adjust at all. I think we need to stay solid. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing the same shit that we doing. You know, it's the internet is fucking up everybody's heads right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. The internet is fucking up everybody. I feel like if you got you a solid one, keep that solid one. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Bunker down. Leave it at that.
I agree. Don't try to upgrade. I think that's what dude tried to do, Darius. Because I'm not all pro Darius, because Darius is playing his cards all wrong. He played the little joker too soon and got hit by the big joker. Because from what I understand, he had a nice looking ex, right? She got pregnant, talked her into an abortion, and got with Keke, trying to upgrade, right? Maybe when he wasn't messing with a celebrity, he was top tier man. Because I don't care what these women say. I'm sure they find him attractive to a good degree. And he was, as long as he was amongst us common people, he was cool. But then when he tried to upgrade, now he's out of his what they call league. I don't believe in leagues, but they show making it a relevant thing. But now he's dating out of his league. So know who you're dating, basically.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
Agree.
Big Cat. These new modern 2023 women, you traditional man like me. So what do we need to do to make the adjustment, if any?
Man, I'll really be honest, can't tell you. Shit, like Country Cuz said, shit, just stay solid, man. Stand on your principles. Don't let this alphabet community change you to being what you ain't trying to be. Shit, be you.
Definitely agree on that.
Yeah. Let me see. Robbie the Rockets. Well, you over there? You done cooking Robbie the Rockets? What I'll say what needs to happen is, as men, when you in Rome, you gotta do as the Romans, right? I mean, you got like someone mentioned earlier, the art of war. The lay of the land is not like it used to be. So the things that used to work may not work the same way. Now, one thing I do know is there's nothing new under the sun. This is not the first time that women tried to take over a civilization. Yeah, it's not the first time that they've tried to take over, and I mean, there's no history of them sustaining that. So what we have to do is we have to make adjustments. Don't try to control a woman. They are human beings, and that's something that we all said before we came on the line. I ain't trying to control no woman. I'm definitely not trying to control no woman. I can't control how I respond to her, and that's what Brush should have did. Controlled how he responded to her. He did have a moment of weakness. He did act out emotionally, but I don't think it was emotion driven to the fact that he was insecure and all that other stuff. I don't think it was that far, but now you see for yourself that we don't have no place to get our emotions at. That's why I be saying, man, don't be crying to these women, because when you crying, all you doing is making yourself look weak. Go in the bathroom and cry, do what you gotta do, wipe your face, come back. Don't be crying in front of these women. I'm trying to tell you. And I mean that literally, figuratively, and whatever you want to go about it. I'm gonna go around the room one last time, let my guys have the last word. Thank you guys for hacking in. Please subscribe to the 2020 podcast LLC. Please say the LLC. And if you guys have any questions, hit us in the chat right now. On the way out, we will answer it. Ashley says, bro was not definitely playing the role he was hired for. He misunderstood the dynamics of the relationship and got a rude awakening. Hopefully it's a lesson learned. Usually men do learn that lesson, dude. Once they get burned like that, they do learn that lesson. So around the horn, 500. You there, 500? We're gonna go with you, Big Cat. Let's see. Last words.
Oh man, we've been on this cat for about an hour and a half. Every man got a right to make his own decision and run his own house the way he wants to. So, only place he messed up at and where I got smoke at is he put it on the internet, man. Take care of your business at home, man. Don't give all these people room and access. Leave yourself open for everybody to start throwing darts at you. Stay out the way.
I like that.
I agree, but it seems like this is the thing to do these days. You put yourself out there, then you can't defend yourself.
Hey, I agree. I agree with my boy said. Same shit. Stay out the way. Bunker down. Get your little money. You know what I'm saying? Don't make this shit about nothing. Just get your bread. I ain't gonna stunt, man. I'm afraid as a motherfucker. Right about now. That nigga
is. Right. He didn't hit camera that went out and everything. T-Bone. Got any last word?
Hey man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for having me though.
It's all good, brother. Any words of advice from the young men that's out there? Some wisdom that we can drop on them, how to deal in this new 2023 culture.
Do your homework.
Do your homework.
Do your homework, man. Do your homework. You know what I mean? Hey, cause ain't every woman for you, and I know that's like a hell of a spider web to go through that to find the one that's for you.
Yeah, I agree.
Your homework.
Hey, Clarissa say, don't do that. Cry for me. This is a safe haven. Yeah, see, that's how it always start off sounding until you do it. And she get mad at you. And then start talking about
Then she want to put you on Facebook talking about the girl. This nigga was sitting up here crying like a baby.
Shit.
Right. So the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Man, first thing first, like they said, like my boy said, T-Bone, hey, every woman ain't for you, bro. Just because y'all smile, y'all fuck good, have a good time, that don't mean that's your future, bro. That just means y'all fuck good. That's it. But so there's another thing I want to push too, man. Saying that I did it once and it gave me like courage to say this. Hey, bro, if you really serious, like with her, express that you want to go to counseling. Express that you want to go the mental health route. And if she can't take that serious, That's your answer. Period. I feel like having a third party that's specializes in navigating emotions and expressing them between two parties, I feel like that's needed if that's what you really want to pursue with that person. And if they can't get it at that point, or if they're not willing to do that, that's your answer. Move on.
Man, I agree. I think in the black community, in the black community, we don't know that we all got post traumatic syndrome. We are
post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Hey, the shit we got to get used to ain't normal.
Right. Rule number one: don't trust nobody, especially with.
Anyway, 500.
Hey,
what game you got? What game you got for the young G's out there dealing with the new dynamics of women of 2023? I'm gonna let you go last, Rocket.
Yeah, let me go last. Let me go last.
You say what for young girl?
500.
You say young girl?
Hey, I'm with Country
young men,
Cub. Stand on your square.
young men. What advice would you have for young men?
What up with it?
You gotta stand on your principles. Stand on your principles and what you believe, and that's that. If it ain't no other way, then you water it down. If it ain't no other way, if you any other than standing on your principles, you water it down. That's that.
Clarissa
That's the game I
said.
got for it.
Clarissa said that's true, but you have to remember every person isn't worth seeing the raw and vulnerable you. You have to choose wisely. Absolutely. So, Clarissa, question for you: What is an indicator? What are indicators for men that we know that we chose wisely, where we can open up to women without the fear of being outed? Miss Nikki, if you can drop your thought about that too. What's a good indicator for men to look for to know that that they can confide in that person?
Be vulnerable.
Why y'all type that? Yeah, and be vulnerable, right? Rocky the Rocket, Robbie the Rocket. Hey, Rocket, you got a rabbit? You want to put out a hat?
Hey, rule number one: don't trust nobody. I had to do it. I can't do it.
No, you can't do it.
Y'all didn't let me say it. Rule number one: don't trust nobody.
Go ahead, Rocky.
Especially with a y'all can fill in the blank.
I see, God.
Y'all can fill in the blanks for a king. Y'all know everything was solid though, man. Good little show though. I like it. Fired up. Y'all had y'all opinions. We need to do this more often. You know what I'm saying? And we need some more female opinions too. So, tell some of your little homegirls for y'all that's sharing and liking. Tell some of y'all homegirls to come on here. They can say their opinion too. We just men talking. It could be women talking too. You know what I'm saying? We need all the opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was
That's
a
where we
man's
get the
panel.
game from anyway.
This was an all man's panel. This is an all man's panel, and I would love to have all women's panel talking about this if the subject don't die out so fast. But I'm sure it's gonna be somebody else that do the same thing because Sierra just got through doing the same thing. Clarissa said you exposed to raw. Let me see what it said. You exposed too raw. Too raw. If you expose the raw to the wrong person, now everybody know you can't read and only take showers on the first Thursday of the month.
Wow.
The only indicator that matters will only be if he felt safe.
That's how you feel.
But men don't feel safe though.
Yeah, they don't feel safe.
We don't feel safe. How do we know when it's good to feel safe? Because according to Rocket, rule number 1, don't trust nobody.
All right, I don't know where you get that from.
Especially a chick in a hooker's body. You know where he got that from. That's Ice Cube.
I don't trust nobody that run off like he did at a temple tantrum.
They said that's Ice Cube.
He done brought his twin brother to the live and he ran off just like he did.
That boy had a temper tantrum.
Man. But yeah.
Speaking of temper tantrum, let's throw a temper tantrum and get up out of here, y'all. Hey, make sure y'all like, subscribe.